Welcome back, new viewers and game viewers. It is time for a new episode of the Xenoblade Chronicles X playthrough, and today we're going to get the Skell Module. Now that we are done with Chapter 9, we go over to the control panel over here. Go right over here for the Flight Module, and let's do it. We have accepted the quest now, and I believe if we go to missions, we should see it. Right over here. Let's track that. And what does Mr. Van Dam have to say? Report to the client for briefing. They are waiting at the outfitter's test hangar. Alright, let's do it. My Skell isn't over here for some reason. So I guess we're just walking over there. But yeah, we can always just fast travel. I'm right over here. And there's some useful information over here. Let's just grab that real fast. I believe you need to go in here. And there's an Infinity Quest over here too. I want to take a look at this. I'm not going to do it, I just want to see what it is. It's kind of weird, it's just floating there. But whatever. There's a few other ones too. Let me make sure I don't accidentally activate them. Oh, this one will be easy. And what about this one? Like, imagine you're just seeing this weird question mark floating in front of your face. That'd be funny. And we need to get the, Skell license first, or I guess that is what we need to accept. Alright, I guess this is what we're... Wait a minute. Oh, I need one team member? Alright, guess everybody's gotta go off the team for a bit. Sorry, Neil. Sorry, Lynn. Sorry, Elma, but you guys gotta be off the team for a bit. Alright, what level do they need me to be again? Level 33.
So you made it. Why am I not surprised? Who else would have the stones to turn up for an experimental Skell test flight? Stones in your head, I mean. You and Doug are the only ones crazy enough to even try.
That's a horrible way to put it, Commander. I mean, sure, previous tests often involved engine explosions and lots of fire. And there was that one that went berserk and crashed itself into the sea. But that's all a perfectly natural part of the R&D process. Right?
Oh, she got you wrapped around her itty-bitty finger, don't she? Doug, too. For all his grousing, that boy just keeps coming back for more. I don't get it. Must be addicted to the rush, I suppose.
Commander, risking life and limb in the name of science is a noble cause and its own reward.
Yeah. Anyway, enough chit-chat. Lynn, why don't you walk him through it?
Right. I've been mulling over why all my flight pack designs keep blowing up. I think I've finally found the cause. Conventional Skells just don't have the energy to provide enough lift. So I've taken a step back and redesigned a Skell from scratch. The result is an integrated flight-capable Skell system, or IFCSS for short.
Forget the stupid acronym. I financed this, and I say we're calling it a Skell Flight Module. Oh, and did I mention I also got the arms manufacturers on board to help out?
Really? You're the best, Commander!
Yeah, well, that ain't the hard part. We can't have any more failures, you hear me?
This time it's a sure thing, my friend. The two of us are taking part in development to make certain of that.
Isobe! Jajani!
Well, if the bigwigs at Sakuraba and CNC aren't worried, I guess I shouldn't be either.
Yes, although we do have a slight concern regarding a lack of materials, don't we?
How much concern we talking here?
Well, our final check turned up one significant problem.
As it stands now, our chances of success are maybe 10%, you know.
That ain't good. What if we fix this little problem?
99.9999999% success. Right, Johnny?
Yes, yes! Near perfect odds, aren't they?
Then the answer's clear. Sorry to surprise you with this, but can you go salvage the materials?
Awesome. I know you'll find them in no time.
Alright then. Bring the materials back here once you round them all up. Lynn, you use this time for another final systems check. This is our last shot at it.
Understood, sir. I'm on it. I promise to get this big bucket of love into the Mirren skies before long.
Alright, the Skell Flight Module has failed in testing a few too many times. See if you can help it get through development. I will, good sir. And it looks like I already did that. Alright, that's funny. Alright, or actually accepting the request was that mission. Never mind. Where are the materials that I must find? I got Lightspeed Jet Fin. Alright, let's see if you can tell me where to get that. It's in Oblivion. And I guess I'm going down there by myself. Alright, right over here it seems. As soon as my Joy-Con locks on to the right location, there we go. Hey, the material should be right here. And these are the guys I have to defeat. Alright, this will be easy.
Use melee attacks. Don't fall behind. Chew on this. Enemy down. Closing on the next one. Here I come. What more? Exiting Skell. Stellar Ray! Hey! Coming baddies! Hey! Coming baddies!
Or more of them have showed up.
Enemy down! Closing on the next one. Darkhold Rondo! Darkhold Rondo!
And you're dead as well.
Closing! Mash 'em. No holds barred. Damn it! Now melee! Darkhold Rondo! Stellar Ray!
Can you get over here? Why do they keep flying away? There we go. What are you doing? There we go.
Darkhold Blade! Darkhold Rondo! Closing! Smash 'em! No holds barred! Darkhold Blossom! Darkhold Blade! Darkhold Rondo!
There we go. Beat them all. Alright, let's go back to NLA. We don't need to be here anymore. Easy, as they say. Skip that. Oops. Supposed to go over here. Alright, open the door. I've got the materials you need.
The hell did you do, Lynn?
I don't know. Just give me a second. Oh! I had the amp furnace circuit in backwards. I am so sorry. I can't believe I'd do something that dumb in the final check.
Oh, you're back. I take it you managed to gather the materials? As you can see, the test flight's gonna need to be postponed. Maybe canceled entirely. Sorry for the bad news after all your hard work.
No, wait! I'll handle the repairs and resolve the final issues myself. Commander, please. I need this to work. I need to make it happen. It's the last homework assignment I'll ever have. Please, sir, let me complete it.
I understand where you're coming from, Lynn. But it's not my call. That last slip-up has the Sakuraba guys spooked. The higher-ups aren't gonna be happy unless this thing can be mass-produced.
But all my work...
The apple
Bro's
really
got a spawn emblem
doesn't
on his
fall
back.
far from the tree. Don't worry about it, Vandom. I'll convince my people. I may just be a humble engineer, but I've given my life to Sakuraba. Let an old man cash in some of his favors.
Thank you, Isobe.
Well, that's one problem down. But this death trap still needs a pilot. After that little display before, I doubt anyone will be nuts enough to volunteer. You'd have to be real crazy.
Thank you so much. I swear I'll make this thing work.
Now that that's settled, when can you have this bucket of bolts fixed?
I'll have it ready by tomorrow.
Alright, you've got till morning. Past that, I'll have to call it off for now. The higher-ups will want to take another long look and decide if this is still where they want to spend their money.
Understood. I won't let everyone's hard work go to waste. And I won't let down my brave test pilot either. I swear. It's done. I did it! I swear it's totally safe and secure this time, Commander. We dreamed of a Skell that can fly through the air, and now it's finally here.
Looks that way to me. And trust me, I looked close. This thing should work. It better work. What do you say? Ready to put your life in the hands of this thing? That's the spirit. Should be a hell of a view from up there. Assuming you get up there.
It'll fly, jeez. Do you trust me on this or not? Oh, come on! You're gonna go on a perfect test flight and show all these naysayers what's up.
Alright, let's get this party started. Fly her to the specified point to start. It's a spot we haven't been able to reach before now.
The perfect landing point for our test flight.
I thought so. We'll be monitoring your progress from here. Good luck.
Oh, and whatever you do, don't damage the Skell.
I think what you meant to say was come home safe.
Alright, and now we have ourselves the Flight Module. But before we can test that, why don't we go to a more open space? Like over here. And plus the song that plays when you're using the Flight Module has a remix that wasn't in the original Wii U version. I'd like all you to take a listen to it. Like the fuel that also takes up how much fuel you use when you're flying, that didn't make much sense, but whatever. If you're using a light Skell like we're doing over here, it doesn't take up that much energy. However, if you're using a heavy Skell like my normal one, it might take up quite a bit of power. But you press R twice, and you can start flying. You're pressing R, and I'm pressing ZR, and then ZL if you want to descend a little, and then both simultaneously if you want to drop down to the ground. So now, I'd like you all to hear one of the best songs in the game. So on Rock Summit. Oh, and there's the probe we need to install. Alright, how do y'all like this song? It's a really, really good song. Love it so much. But anyways, time to fall down. I kind of wish you could set up probes while you're in a Skell, but you can't really do that. Alright, before I actually do that, I want to get this little piece of machinery over here real fast. Because now that we have the Flight Module, especially once we're done with the side quest, we can get a lot of other things that we weren't able to reach before, like what we just got there. And now the probe is in. Alright, let's go report back to Van Damme. Alright, it's over here. And let me just casually jump over this mech over here. And then face through a door. Not only can I jump good, but I can phase through things.
Welcome back. That was one hell of a maiden flight. She passed the test. We'll get rolling on mass production ASAP.
Yes! This makes everything worth it. Sure, I put poor Doug through hell and wound up wasting some rare materials. But I had to do this. I had to make my dream a reality. You know, before they died, my parents began this as an independent research project. But they passed away before they could finish the design. That's how the flight pack got started. A device that can let any Skell fly still feels like science fiction. I can't imagine what possessed them to even attempt such a thing. But I knew I had to finish what they started. I felt like I'd never be a worthy engineer if I didn't. So, I called it my last homework assignment.
Those are some big shoes to fill. You can rest assured that your folks would be proud as hell. You know that, right? You did good, kid. You too. Thanks for all your support. Damn straight. Once we get our people trained up on these, those ganglion are history. All right, enough jibber-jabber. It's time to get flying. With eyes in the sky, we'll track down that damn Lifehold core in no time.
Alright, and the mission is completed. Because we have completed the mission, we have now unlocked the Skell Flight Module. Looks like the Flight Module project's finally off the ground. Get it? Okay. I owe you one, which is exactly why I took the liberty of modifying your Skell with a new flight tech. This project— oh wait, when did you do that? Behind my back? Anyways, this project's been a personal dream of mine, so it's really the least I could do. Alright, let's get everybody back on the team real fast. Starting with Elmo, later on with Lynn, and once again with Neil. Well, why don't we go test out our new bits of technology for a bit? I think we should go on over to Noctilum for a bit. Because there's a few areas in Noctilum I would like to explore, while we can. With our new wonderful upgrades. Ah, my Skell's just right on top of hers? No. Hey, what happened to my Skell? Where is it? Where it at, huh? The game hid my Skell. Unless I gotta reassign it now? Hold on, I might need to go back to the Blade Barracks. I guess I gotta reassign it. I don't know why they do that, but okay. Yet I don't have to reassign Elmo or Lynn's, but whatever. There we go. Re-register. Alright, now we can get to business with this new thing that we unlocked. Ah, screw it. Alright, there's my Skell. Game keeps hiding it from me. But I found it, and now let's fly through the sky. We even got those little engines right over here. So let's go to the map, just make sure I'm going in the right direction. You can even dash in the air too if you want. Definitely makes it easier to reach certain spots that you have trouble reaching, whether on foot or on Skells as well. But yeah, since like I mentioned earlier, we're in a heavy mech, so my fuel does kind of drain much faster, but at the same time, you still have plenty of fuel that you'll be able to fly for a very good amount of time, and do sky battles too. I always wondered what this red vine was over here, so we're gonna finally find out. And we have ourselves a new probe. Also, my Skell just really likes skydiving, that's why he takes this pose. Alright, back into the Skell once again. Our Divine Roost. We got ourselves a town over there that we're quite not exactly strong enough to deal with just yet. And yet another probe we can scan. I think we can get those last two probes over there, too. And you can even go inside of this thing over here. There's a lot of very dangerous enemies in there, so I'd wait on that if I were you. From what I remember from the Wii U original, that is. Let's make sure we're going the right way to the probe that is supposed to be here, according to the map. Alright, there's a probe. Kind of well hidden off the map, too. You really only ever see it through the map grid itself. You won't really see it until you get close enough. Honestly, pretty ingeniously hidden and encourages the player to kind of look around a little bit more, I guess. Alright, now let me just get this last one over here. That and the bit of wreckage that's over here too that we can scan. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Pistachio, gotta get going. Didn't know that was an enemy in disguise. Same with this one. Ah, god damn it. Well, at least that Skell gets repaired for free, so that's no big deal. As long as my Skell doesn't get broken, I'm good. Alright, and that's every single probe that's up here. And there's a few other ones over here. So you know what, why don't I fast travel here and get that one up to the north real fast. Probably the most fun I've ever had flying in a game, besides, well, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. I may not be the biggest fan of that game in particular, but at least being able to fly and sky on your Pokemon was always cool. I'll give it that. But this is way cooler. In my opinion. That probe should be somewhere within this tree, I guess, according to the map. I don't know. We'll just go look for a different one instead, and we'll deal with this one off screen. Yeah, never mind then. I'll just deal with that off screen then. While we get some of the... Okay, there's no treasure sitting right there. No upon High Road, apparently. I can get that piece of treasure sitting over there first. Do that stuff another time. Some Skell wreckage. Also, is there a giant deer up in the trees? I don't know. Some really thick trees over here, especially if it has grass on it. Have you ever seen a tree with grass on it? That'd be funny in real life. Anyways. Let's try a different probe then. Well, not this one. We could try this one. Excuse me, good ganglion sir, I just need this bit of alien wreckage real fast. Understandable, take your time. Thank you, good sir. Have a nice day. And now we have ourselves this probe right over here. Alright, FN Site 215. Alright. One little thing I'd like to do before we go back to the barracks. Get this little bit of skull wreckage over here. Alright, scanning time. That's that. Alright, let's go back to NLA. Go back to the Blade Barracks. Let's save the game real fast once the fast traveling is done. And we can also get Lynn's Skell repaired real fast, too. I don't think you ever run out of insurance for any of the non-playable... Well, I shouldn't say non-playable characters, but as long as you're not directly controlling said character, I think it refreshes automatically, and never really takes away from your insurance, thankfully. The only insurance I think that's truly affected is your own. Alright, let's save real fast. Alrighty. Because you know what they say, it's good to keep a record. Alright, and what will we be doing for Chapter 10? It looks like we must do a few affinity missions first. I already did the Manhunt affinity missions, prospective partners that we need to do next. So, if I remember correctly, I believe it's this one. Yep, it's this one. So this is the one we will be doing in the next episode. So if y'all enjoyed this and you want to see more, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and follow. Hit one of the vids you see on screen now on YouTube, and that bell button for more. Consider instant question of the day in the link in the description below. Have you ever flown in the air via airplane before? And what was your experience? And consider becoming a YouTube member for $3 a month and subscriber for $6 a month for wonderful bonuses such as an ad-free experience. Anyways, let us end this off with a quick raid for those of you on Twitch. And who else happens to be playing this game? Argos TV TS. Send him your unwavering love and support. Let's do it. Alright, thank you all for watching. Have a terrific day.